Good morning. My name is Bruce Cawthon, and I'm from WorkSource Enterprises. We're a nonprofit here in town that started in 1967, so 45 years ago. Started by a bunch of parents who had adult kids with disabilities, and the kids were depressed because they were sitting at home and they didn't have a job. And they knew that all their friends were out there in college or they had jobs or whatever, and there was nothing for them to do. So the parents said, let's get together and try to figure out a way so that we can give these kids a way to earn some money, get a paycheck. And why did they do that? It's fundamental. If you think about it, when we get that paycheck, it does so many things for us. It defines who we are, it gives us a community, builds self-esteem, we're rewarded for all the work that we do, and helps move people towards self-sufficiency. Thanks, Christian. Since 1967, we've grown into a nonprofit that now serves 400 people each year. It's Charlottesville and the surrounding counties, so a pretty broad geographic area. 35 staff members, and we have a budget that's about $3 million, and only about 12% of that money is spent on administration and fundraising and marketing. Everything else goes into programs that we provide. Our board of directors, we've got one. A lot of them have been there for a long time, understand the complications of the different programs that we have. We're very fortunate to have committed people that are helping us get people into jobs where they can earn paychecks. Okay, Christian? We started out as a place that was mostly for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, but we've expanded our programs to fit different populations: at-risk students, people with mental illness, learning disabilities, physical disabilities, and even people with autism. Okay? We've got accreditations and partnerships with a number of different organizations here in town. Our accreditation comes through CARF, licensed through the Department of Behavioral Health. We work with Virginia Department of Social Services and Naomi's group over at the Virginia Department for Aging and Rehabilitative Services. They provide the funding which helps us train people and place them into jobs. Great. Our original program was something that we call production services. If you've got a direct mail mailing that's going out, if you've got marketing materials that you need to put together, we can assemble that stuff for you. If you're a small operation and you're sitting there going, gosh, you know, I've got to do a presentation to the aging in place thing, we need all these different kits and need to be assembled, but oh darn, I've got a client who wants me to go out now and I guess I'll get to it tonight. Well, we would be somebody that you would consider to do that. We do everything from something as small as a wedding invitation to 100 people to a direct mail project we did this year for the Dave Matthews Band, 60,000 pieces. We also do a lot of product assembly, packaging. One great example is this company called Copernicus Toys and Gifts, and this guy has figured out how to put together products that he imports from China and Mexico, and you put them into a kit and then sell it to a distributor, which then sells it to a retailer. We just did 6,000 volcano kits, you know, foamy stuff for restoration hardware for Copernicus, so that was great. Community job placement is something that is huge into our business right now. We've got about 400 people we work with a year. 3/4 of those people we're providing job services to, job placement services. We train people for employment. We get them transitioned into a job. Naomi and her staff will say, I've got a guy, Bruce, he's ready for services. See what you can do with him. Our counselors work with him to understand what the interests and the skills are, and then we go and we find companies where that person could fit in. Then we train the person to do the particular job. We get them established in the job, and most of the time we provide ongoing support. So every month we come back and we talk with Aramark over at UVA, where Tim's been working for 25 years. People with disabilities are incredible employees. It's what they do. So Tim shows up every day, he gets along, it's his community, it gives him a place, and he's got pride because he's got that paycheck. And he's not complaining about, you know, oh, the people at Aberdeen Barn are going to pay me 5 cents more an hour, you know. He's there, that's his place, you know. Nothing against Aberdeen Barn. We've done so much with that we're also providing that service to other populations, at-risk students at Charlottesville High School and other schools in the area, and then people transitioning from welfare to work. The Department of Social Services will call up and say, you know, hey, Bruce, his benefits are getting ready to expire. Let's get him a job so that he can you know, have a meaningful life. Great story on our website about a guy who was living in his car with his 2 kids. Department of Social Services contacted us. We got him a job. He's gotten 2 promotions. He's moved into an apartment, turned his life around. It's wonderful. Just needed somebody to take the time to find him. We couldn't do that work. We couldn't do the work that we do with Naomi's group without the help of 115 companies here in our area that have hired people with disabilities, because they know that those people are great employees. Great. Thank you, Christian. BREADWORKS. Everybody eats BREADWORKS. Yeah. Cookies, sunflower wheat, carrot cake. 2 minutes. Okay, good. My bad. Yeah. If you haven't been there in the last month or so, please go. There's a new manager there, Rebecca Powell, who came to us from Foods of All Nations. We've got 2 other employees from Foods of All Nations. They're doing wonderful things with the products, not sunflower wheat, not carrot cake, and not the cookies. But everything else they're taking a fresh look at. We've done a lot of painting, put a new roof in, cleaned the windows, got new shades. It's very attractive. Outward manifestation of inward change. It's an amazing thing. About half the people there are people with disabilities and long-term employees. Okay, Christian. Janitorial and housekeeping services at Federal Executive Institute. We've got about 20 people there. Next, Christian. Day support program for about 45 people with more profound disabilities. They come to us for recreational, pre-vocational, and educational activities, and it's right next to our production workshop. So when we're doing 60,000 pieces for Dave Matthews' band, it's sort of like, okay, anybody want to work? And everybody comes over who wants to get a paycheck, and they help out with the project. It doesn't matter if that paycheck is $2 or $200. Everybody knows when they got paid. Favorite story at WorkSource, we have somebody who's working there. When I started about a year ago, she said, hey, I got my paycheck, and I was like, great, okay, good, that's super. And she goes, you know what I'm going to do? No. She goes, I'm going to get a perm. I've never had a perm. And she's 50 years old. Monday morning, she walked in 10 feet off the ground. It was amazing. As I said, about 3/4 of the people are in our placement services. Next. $3 million budget, 12% administration. Next. Okay. Individualized service planning, diversity of programs, long history of financial stability, length of staff tenure. Chuck McElroy, our president, has been there for 19 years. Diana Wilson, who runs our day support program, just celebrated her 20th anniversary this week. Donna May, who runs our rehabilitation services programs, has been there for 13 years. Chief Financial Officer has been there for 34 years. People know how to run these programs. And it's a local focus. It's local people helping local people. We're down on Carlton Avenue in Belmont. One of the things I want to wrap up with is we're all in this business because it's a business and because we want to help people. When you use WorkSource to help your business, to help seniors, you're also helping people with disabilities. So, it's a way to contribute to 2 populations at one time. Good. Thank you. Yeah.